Hello everybody, welcome back to the Hall of Anime. My name is Dawson, and we are going to continue off with Katawa Shoujo. Now, these might be coming out very frequently, more frequently than any of my reviews for anime, but that's just because I'm really liking this game so far, and I want to, get my furthest on one of the girls, and then I'm thinking about going back and doing the other ones at some point too. So yeah, but thank you for watching, and advanced. Let's just go back and load the one that we had last time, which is Nobody's Room. And go. It ended up standing in front of I ended up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building. Wait a second. Oh, that's some music. That sounds really weird. Sorry, you guys. I just got done playing Mirror's Edge for a minute there. I'm so used to the music being like this really, just like piano stuff or... Oh, God. Whatever that was before. But now it just, all of a sudden got pumped up. And at first it sounded like Mirror's Edge music. I was just playing that. I was wondering if the program didn't close or something. But let's just return back. Actually, we're going to go to options. We're just going to turn this stuff down a bit. There we go. I ended up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building. Although to my eyes they still looked one and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they are going. And I still keep thinking the most of them don't look too special for being students at the special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? I should go somewhere to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in my only growls is as I trudge towards the dorms, a little way apart from the main building complex. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and that overbeating smell of fresh cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels not novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I pushed forward, going aside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for the elevator at the end of the hallway. I poked my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students were watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet, shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplate on the room adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light shines from below the door room of 117, so I knock lightly. Hello? Is anyone there? Home? From inside I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way from locks. Then I thought these doors had. After a moment the door squeaked open. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He's looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Who is it? Blink. No, at least not completely. Why would he have glasses if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breathing stinks of garlic. Hiso. Hisao. Nika. Hisao. I think that's how I pronounced it last time. Hisao. Fuck. Hayaso. I'm gonna pronounce it Hayaso until I figure this out. I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce myself. His face suddenly brightens in realization that he stands back upright, thrusting his hands out in a smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm. Fuck, I'm stupid. Anyways. Oh, so do. The name's Kenji. Ah, hi. I take Kenji's sweet, sweaty hands and shake it, still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. Okay, fuck this. There were some suspicious-looking people going in and out of my room earlier. It was probably my parents. Your parents? You're sure? 'Cause they could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're brave, man. Hisai? Hiso. You're brave, man, Hisao. Me, I don't think so. I don't think I could trust those chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I should get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. Damn, you are smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but leaned back to dodge it. Never mind. It doesn't matter. With that he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle, and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Bleak beige walls, white lining, a desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal, like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the foot of the bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of my shirts. Hi, Hee-chan. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kind of hoped I would have. Then there would be something to do. It's too early. I put the note down on the desk and lied down on the bed feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whatever I have nothing to do. The restless urge to just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming in for the entire day today too. I still am, I think. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow I'll borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now, the bottle of medications neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. I pick up one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside, and then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Nakie. I think it's pronounced Nake. Haisao Nake. Or, yeah, Nake. Naki. Haisao Naki. I think. Two tablets daily to stay alive. It doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kind of twisted having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resented a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I began my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lay down again feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. It doesn't start to look any more familiar, not even after darkness falls, and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets fall slightly over, more comfortable, warm, and nest-like against the chill that passes for room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling look like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only one or the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness, unfamiliarity, and fear creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. Now that I think about it, you guys, I probably should have continued that last episode. I mean, I would have just hit about an hour, so, whatever. I haven't played this, so I didn't know how far away the ending was, but let's just continue. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmering against the light gray ceiling. I'd forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. This is my room, isn't it? My room? This is the third room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that, indeed, it's me who is supposed to be the one living here. My bag on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating until I open a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. Down them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose. But the feeling of fresh air, of fresh cloth against my back is a good one, a natural one. It feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter and Shizune's sweeping sign language gesture. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after class yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. All through class, the question remains in my mind. I decided to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so that the top is perfect and evenly flat. Oh, sorry. Shi-chan, is there something you want from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, He-chan. My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyways, Misha, please don't prove me right. Oh, right. Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events like festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred at a busy time. Maybe you could help out too. Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes. What? I don't know. He-chan, the truth is, it's a local event, and I'm not from this area, so... She starts signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish and starts signing hard and heavy. Oh. Who cares? Misha puffs out her chest as as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud, I can see heads turning to look in our direction. Not so loud. Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind a festival will inevitably change within time. Now it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you play to win prizes. Huh. The teacher's clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though brushing it off without a care. We are in the middle of class and should start working. That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right, He-chan. Are you asking because you're interested in joining a club? It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchange between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters into my prohibitive vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seems to notice her, but me. I glance at the teacher, who's also looking at the dark-haired girl, go. Why doesn't he say anything? He-chan, is something wrong? Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or was Misha just looking at me, looking after the girl who left? No, nothing. Okay. Well, we are asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Not really. Do you want to have lunch together then? Sure. Yeah. Yay. Woo. Okay, He-chan. Perfect. Is it He-chan or Hi-chan? I think it's He-chan. I'm just gonna pronounce it that way, fuck it. The rest of class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all of our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest of any. Yes, it is, He-chan. Impossible. Really? Really? I've noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously, it must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really, Shizune can't hear me. But it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing, and I'll take some time to get used to it. It's not a contest because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Shizune's eyes flashed dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest here. I've noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. Alluring gaze. Fuck. Hey, are you sure, Hee-chan? Very sure. Ha ha ha. You're wrong, Hee-chan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence. I'm in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Shizune pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I'd almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Where do you want to eat? The cafeteria. That's so plain. Okay, let's go. Plain? Well, I guess. At my old school, I liked to eat lunch outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if this is a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha pull up toward the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in classroom or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finished eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So, Hee-chan, you want to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right, Shi-chan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first. Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she is about to deliver a speech. Hee-chan, do you have anything you're really interested in? I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams and players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot of books. There is a book club, right, Shizune? Or Shi-chan? Right. But it seems like they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, Hee-chan. It's a really popular club. Ah, okay. But more to point out. Hee-chan, does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind? Not really. Good, great. That's great, Hee-chan. Really great. Why is it so great? No reason. Well, Hee-chan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there is one other thing. Student council. I didn't know this school had a student council. That was very melodramatic setup. Though, just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure that the two of them know this because Shizune looks a bit embarrassed about it, and Misha is laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion and a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has the voice whatever she says. Right, right, right. Hee-chan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we could hang out every day, Hee-chan. Shi-chan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shi-chan is the president. Hmm? I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about with this. As if reading in my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. Of course. We're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council, and therefore have the incentive to try and get you to join. So you're admitting that? No. We admit nothing. I mean, Hee-chan, of course. It would be nice if you joined, and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one school. Yep, it's true, Hee-chan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hee-chan? I can't tell if she is being genuine or if she's just really good at acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although they are already pretty cute to begin with. Well? So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Hee-chan. What? Wait. No. Aw, see, Shi-chan, of course it wouldn't go so easily. Yep, that's right. Though it would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well, Shi-chan owes me some candy now. You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. That's interesting, Hee-chan. Let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about rich man, poor man, Hee-chan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Aw, why not? Well, because you both have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Yep. Yeah, that isn't my goal. But what is this meaning? But what this means is that you both can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage. So I will have to decline. Hee-chan, I'm very offended. Are you saying you don't trust us and that we would pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad. Sorry. It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence ends and Mashi's thoughts begin. In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. No. How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man? Paper football? Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle and then you try to shoot it past goalposts that the other players make with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hee-chan. And it's also played by elementary and middle school children, Shi-chan. What? That means it's a game really separates boys from the men. More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Yeah, that's true. How'd you know, Hichan? Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I couldn't s- I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me in the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even known anybody who was a member, so it interested me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Okay, Hichan, how about Risk, the game of world domination? I don't know what that means. It's really fun, Hichan. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything. Sounds like Shizune would be good at it. If you want to play, we can after school. Ah, really, Shichan? We can play just for fun, Hichan. Shichan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached. Well, okay. Okay. Perfect. Well, see you after school in the student council room, then, Hichan. Wait, why there? Because that's where we keep the game. I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So in the end I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. Okay, you guys, we're going to continue this off next episode. That was about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, so I think that's about good for this episode. We will continue this off next episode, I guess. Yes, we will continue this off. Thank you guys all for watching. You've been watching The Hall of Anime. My name is Dawson, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And tell me what you thought about the game. Think about the game. If you want to see more, how much more you want to see. Because I plan on doing the other art. I probably will do the other people no matter what. But yeah. Thank you.